You've probably heard about candlesticks, but you see, candlesticks actually carry way more information than how you can even imagine. See, before, like in the 19th centuries, candlesticks were not available. So how did traders actually trade? Before, traders relied on, written notes, bar charts, and line charts especially. But that was actually very very difficult, like to analyze the market. Like maybe the asset you are trading will be very very difficult for you to analyze until a trader from Japan, Japanese trader, which usually trade on the Japanese farm rice, called Monahisa Homa, discovered the candlesticks, and it was not introduced to the Western world right until 1991 that the candlesticks were introduced in the Western world. And right till today, about 99% of traders use candlesticks to trade. But why do they actually use candlesticks? Why can't they just, go back and use line charts, bar charts, and other type of charts? In this video, I'm going to be breaking down step by step why most traders actually prefer using candlesticks rather than the old ways that they usually trade using bar charts and line chart. So if you have not subscribed, make sure you just click the subscribe button, give this video a like, share this video, and leave a comment down below on the video I should be dropping next. This is how a simple candlestick will look like. This is a bullish candle and this is a bearish candle. But what matters is not even the colors. You can customize your candlesticks the way you like. You can be having, green, blue, black, white, or whatsoever. But the main thing is the information that it's carrying, right, on a particular candlesticks. For a bullish candle, the closing price for a bullish candle, as you can see here, this is the opening price, the closing price, the candlestick body, the highest level the candlestick traded, and the lowest level the candlestick traded down here. So now, for a bullish candle, the closing price is always higher than the opening price. Then for a bearish candle, it's just like the reverse, where the price will open at the top, then trade downward and close at a certain level. The candlestick will also be having either a shadow or wicks. So the candlestick wick is simply like this upper candlestick shadow or candlestick wick. It signifies that at a point in time, the candle, like we had a candlestick body here, the candle traded way right up here, but the sellers pushed the price and it closed here. That's for the bullish candle. For the upper wick, also for the lower wick, this is a lower wick here. It signifies that the candle was one time bearish. Once in a while, the candle was bearish. It pushed right down here, but the buyers pushed the candle up. And leave lower wick here. The same thing with the bearish candle. The candle will always open at the top. When the candle open at the top, it's going to trade all the way lower. But if it leaves a wick here, that means the candle was once bullish, right? The bulls or the buyers push the market up, but the buyers we are not actually having enough volume to hold this candlestick as a bullish candle. So the sellers push back this candlestick down and also leave a wick here, lower wick here, which is also like the same thing with the bullish candle. So as a trader, you don't actually need to be memorizing, like those candlestick patterns where you can have a full page of it, just maybe memorizing them. You don't actually need to be memorizing those candlestick patterns. What you need is actually just to know, as I've explained, how the candlestick actually works, like the information that particular candle is carrying. So the candlesticks are having like different ways which they actually form, and they have like actually different information and are said to present. If you see a candlestick with a full body like this one, what this candle actually signifies is it doesn't matter if If this is a bullish candle, what the candle is telling you is that buyers are actually very strong at that moment. So probably you might want to be looking for buys, right? But if the candlestick is bearish, and having like a full body bearish candle with no wick, or maybe just a little bit, just small wick, that means the market is actually strong by that time. That's what the candle is telling you. If you find a candlestick like this, candlestick of this sort, now this one doesn't matter if it's a bullish candle or it's a bearish candle, this particular candle. What matters is the information the candle is, like what the candle is indicating here. Because the candlestick traded all the way down here, right? All the way down here. But the buyers, that means the sellers push the market right down here. But the buyers retraced this candlestick, leaving a wick here, leaving a candlestick wick. That means sellers might probably be coming like into the market, right? Then for this one is just like the inverse of this one, where buyers push the market right to this end. This is like the highest point this candlestick traded. This is like the highest point, but the sellers had to push this market, but the sellers came in and pushed this market down here, meaning the sellers dominated that particular candlestick. Then there are some candlesticks, you are going to find them, they are like this. You find this type of candlesticks. So with this type of candlestick, it means like the buyers and the sellers, they're kind of battling, fighting, and nobody actually won, right? Because here the opening price is the same as closing price, so it doesn't matter if it's open bullish, if it's open bearish. What matters is there's no winner here. There's like the candlestick is not bearish and it's not bullish, it's just neutral. So in this case, you might probably wanna wait, maybe if the candlestick is at their key level. Also the same like this one, because buyers and sellers are like almost having the same momentum, they're almost having the same volume. To take note of the candlesticks just around your key levels, just like around your point of interest where you want to be trading, because like everywhere in the chart, the candlesticks will be giving you different information, but you have to focus only on your key levels, that is where you want to be trading from, right? So here on my charts, these are like, these levels I've marked, these levels, like this level here, this level here, these are my key levels where I want to be trading from, right? So when I come to my key level, when the price is at my key level, that is when I want to be paying closer attention to what the candlesticks is telling me, to the formation, like the candlestick that is forming around my key level, or at my key level, that is where I want to be taking note. And candlesticks also like on the higher time frame, the candlesticks carries more information than on a lower time frame. Because on a lower time frame, like we have, the market noise, the market moves faster. But on the higher time frame, let's compare like the 4-hour time frame and the 5-minute time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, one candle have taken 4 hours to form. That means it's carrying much more information than what the 5-minute candlesticks is going to be telling you. That's why you start your analysis from the higher time frame right down to the lower time frame. So here on my charts, on this my key level, if you zoom in, you see that when the charts arrived there, the candle started rejecting down. So what it's trying to tell us is that here the buyers were strong, right up to this key level where the buyers started losing their volume, and the sellers started stepping in. So you need to spot the opportunity before like the sellers actually step in, so you can ride with the sellers along. And you have not subscribed, man, why are you waiting for? Anyway, click the subscribe button below, and I'll be bringing to you more and more content. I'll also be making a video on the exact candlesticks I usually use for my trade confirmation. So if you want to be one of the first people to see that video, make sure you subscribe below, share this video, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to leave a comment down below on the video I should be making next. And this is your boy Star Gen Z signing out.